Okay, hello. So today we'll be talking a little about orienting edges. So in cfop we can see four situations with edges. So first of all, the edge is inserted like here, so it's oriented no matter what. So no matter if I keep it like this or if I keep it like this, unoriented no matter what, oriented only if after rotation, and the other situation which will be oriented in this situation. And if I'm not wrong, and I think I'm not, we all love rotationless F2L. And if it would be 2gen, it would be like super great, etc. etc. So I really like it, at least. But how to achieve it? Okay, so we can influence edges by doing pairs differently and or just inserting those to get better actual cases, because most likely the case where the edge is oriented is better case. So let's say this is pretty nice, and from this level I can just insert this piece because it's here, and I can see that this is oriented, so I won't orient anything in while inserting this slot because this is oriented as well. So I just did this, and I know to make this one I will need a rotation, but now I just have to think that is it worth orienting it, because in some cases, so for example this case, it is a little bit hard for me because to orient it I would have to do this out, which is basically needs rug grip. So in this position this edge is oriented, so what I should do is I should insert this bar and rotate. So this is basically all about economy of reg grips and insertions and F2L pairs, etc. etc. So the other thing is that if I would get all edges oriented on top, it is super cool, and I probably would like to get it, even though I love cases where not all edges are oriented, but ZBLs are pretty cool too. So let's say I'll get back into this case. So I can go into this all, which is not great, and I can see that normal all will result in diag swap, so I would have to do all CPA, or just go into OCLL, which will be better probably. But is it always worth? Not always. And there is some other aspect that I want to show you. So first of all, there are some things like this edge is unoriented, and I need to insert this pair, and if I will insert it, like normally, it will form up this pair. But if I will insert it while orienting edges, it won't. So, and it will give me nasty case. So, what should I do? In this case, I would choose better EO case, but free pair. And now there is another thing that we need to think while solving with cfop is, do I need to rotate, or can I just do some um, something like this, and it will be even better, because if I do F2 during this inserting calc, I will get another another edge orient per done. So here another time I have to do rotation, or I will have to go into B moves, so I will just do rotation. Okay, and yeah, this will be like the last one. So let's say I hold it like this. So how do I recognize and how do I think about those? So first of all, if I solve on white, my front color is orange or and the back color is red. So if the piece is in this color and it is not yellow because it's a color that is opposite of white, it is oriented. So let's say that I see this and this is unoriented and I can see it. But what I see too is that I love this case because it's super fast. So let's say I see this case, and both of those needs rotation. So what I would do, I would just rotate and do those two pairs, and yeah, I would have to talk a bit more. Yeah. So yeah, there are some algs that orient edges, so I would not have to like think about insertions. So right now I can see that this edge is oriented, but here are edges that are not oriented. So I would like to orient those as it's possible. So I would do slash, and basically this is still oriented. And if I would do another slash, or if I would do this insertion, I don't know how to call it, it will be still oriented. But now I have to think about this, that if I were do this, if I like this better, or if I like this better. So yeah, simple answer is doing this. Um, let's try to be lucky, and I'm not. So basically, just by doing some insertions that are different, you can get better cases. But now we got something that is really nasty. So basically this. Edge control from this level is really hard, and the only thing that I know how to do it is this Hulk. But, you know, it's really hard because it orients 4 edges, so it's not that great either. And in F2L I can rotate. So for Alex, when the last insertion is like this, you might use in alg something that will change edge orientation. And yeah, I think I will give one more like example solve. But yeah, some bad cross. Oh no, this is nice. Okay. And also, what I have to mention is that not all of wait, I need to look for the word. Not all of cases when edge is oriented needs to be solved 2gen, because there are some solutions that are faster and that you probably would like better. So basically, for example, this case, if I would do it like this, it's not bad, that bad, I mean. No, wait, yes. But what I can do is I can do this. And from this level, what I can see is I can do sledge. And this is another thing to think about while doing. So basically I can see those two edges are oriented, so no problem. And that one is oriented too, so yeah. So this is just to take it, and yeah, and here the little tip. One of better algs to insert this is like this. But I will cancel it, and just to show you, oh no, wait, I need the last case. Yes, no. Yeah, okay, so it was this case. So basically, now I have to think if I like this case, or if I should rotate and go into this, which will basically need another rotation, because when I do it, I disorient this. and it's really unfortunate for me. But let's say I wanted it. So this is really nice to get rid of your rotations, and I would say that with this technique you can get like 1 or 0 rotations in F2L, which is really nice. And F2L can be like, in most cases it can be 2gen plus insertions, which are sometimes even faster than normal F2L. And this is really nice to know how to do it. Yeah, and there is this thing about rotationless F2L. So basically, some people, I think it was like one person in the world, but whatever, knows how to solve every case from every angle without rotating. So what basically it means? It means that he kinda he can make whole solve without rotating. But is it worth it really? I think no, because if you don't want rotations, it's probably better to switch to ZZ or Rogues or Ru. Sorry. It will be much easier and much faster for you because you can use those tricks. Yeah, in ZZ it will be EO done before F2L, and just the special moves in a row, like manipulating cat orientation in F2L. So it's not always good to go for it, but if you can look ahead, like far enough to see what will happen next, I'm quite sure it is good option. At least I'm going for it in most cases that I can see that it will make my, if I will go into free mover, I probably would go for a rotation or like 6 mover or something, but plus IUF of course. But if I'm going for a nasty case or nasty case, and those are not really that great, I probably would go for orienting edges. And the other aspect is if I see that um, let me make it, sorry, it will be on this color. So if I see that this is unoriented and this is unoriented and I can see it, and basically I see that those will be back slots, so or I done left or I done right here, so I would basically insert it and go into this, because now I can do it 2gen and basically it's right hand, so it's even better. Yeah, so that's what I think. And there's other aspect that I have to talk about, and that will be the last point in this video. So it's basically seeing what trigger in last slot does to all. So if you can like say which all it could be, like not um, telling that it is the line case, it's like okay, but if you can say that it's, for example, a T case, you don't know which one, but you know it will be a T case. So yeah, then you can tell things about it. So let's say this case, if you can know that it's a T case just because this after standard opera, because this will move here, um, this will go here, and this won't change, so it must be a T case. And also this edge is unoriented, so think if you like this better or if you like a T case better. So this is another thing, and you can manipulate last layer pretty nice. And if you know a nice number of OLCPs for one OLL, so for example, I know much more OLCPs for H cases than PTU, But for L cases and tunes, I don't know anything, or I knew only a few, so I would not like to go for those. Yeah, but I think that's all, and probably next film will be about um, influencing class layer, about some easy cases that you can like remember to go straight from OLL to PLL. So yeah, because this is kind of easy, and I need to say that I'm not that great in it, so I can like take 3 moves from it, but 1 or 2 moves taking from PL is pretty easy, and I think that this is another ability that not that many cubers have, and it's super easy after, of course, doing a few things. Okay, so thanks for watching this to the end, and yeah, bye.